I'll figure out a way to make it look good. I did not mean to fall in this water. That was an absolute mistake. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today we are going to continue work on what we did last time, which was we're trying to build an iron farm. Well, we have built an iron farm. We're trying to perfect it now so that we can get a load of iron and fully max out our beacon. Now, you'll notice we have a lot more iron now than we did, and that's because I've been diligently traveling down to the iron farm, collecting the iron, every so often, and then going back up to the creeper egg. Oh, that's the other thing I meant to show you while I was in the basement. I have decided that before I go back to any of the other spawners, including the old cash cow, or should I say cash zombie, I want to fill 3 double chests with nothing but gunpowder, which is why I've been spending so much time at the creeper egg. So we've got this one filled up, this one's on the way, and then after that we'll work on the third one. And then we'll move on to going back down to the zombie and grinding out our levels. And also, we need to finish our work there, because we never did finish that, did we? We were supposed to put a whole bunch of other things in there. Specifically, we were supposed to go get books and an anvil and an enchanting table. I think there is an anvil. I think we're supposed to do the same thing for the skeleton spawner as well. And maybe we need to make the egg bigger and do the same thing up there. Or have a little library inside the egg. There's a fun idea. I also need to relocate that white one, or the red one, so that they're all in a row, so we get the red, white, and blue. Probably do that at some point today. But I have not collected all of the iron out of here, and if you have a look inside that chest, it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I did the math previously on how much we would need. I think I said erroneously in the previous episode, it was something like 2 stacks, 2.5 stacks. I think it's closer to something like 4. I'll need to run the numbers again. I'm pretty sure, and I could be mistaken, we did just look this up yesterday. I think it was 288 blocks. And I think that I did some math based on how much per average we get when a golem dies and determined how many golems we would need to have, you know, go through the machine. But let me check that real quick. The good news is we're over halfway now, especially when you consider that we have gold, diamonds, and emeralds we can also use. If we're just looking at iron, it's 244 blocks of iron, and right now we have 131 blocks, leaving, is that the math? 64, 128, yeah, 31. That leaves 113 more blocks to go. Now, if we do 113 and divide by 4, because after looking at it, we tend to get 3 to 5 iron for each golem that gets killed, so we're going to just average it out to 4. That means we only need another 28 and a quarter golems. However, it's also important to keep in mind that, like I was just saying, we also have other materials down there that we can use, and we might be ready to go on the next tier of the pyramid. Now, this isn't all we're doing today. This isn't just about talking about math and putting down a single tier and then just watching golems die. I still want to get the door flaps to work, and appreciate any comments and suggestions you folks have left. I'm going to try to tackle it myself today. I've had an idea. I've had a little bit of a look up of how this stuff actually works on the old internet, and I think I understand redstone a little bit better, and we might be able to get somewhere today. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see. So, I mean, the real issue here is that if I start placing down this layer, right? Then how do I get the bottom of the next layer? Oh, that's convoluted and confusing, and I'm not sure how to tackle it exactly. We'd either have to dig out this layer to put the next one down, or dig deeper, fill the layer back in, and then fill it in again. I don't know if I really want to deal with that. So what we might end up doing is just not putting down a second tier, because we don't really need it. It's not really going to achieve anything for us. And what we will do is we'll place down what we got, and we'll just do a double stack, right? So we'll go ahead and have both of these layers being installed. I love how reflective the iron is with the shaders on. That's nice. It's a good touch. I appreciate that. Although iron isn't really known for being particularly reflective. It tends to be a very dark metal. But that's being pedantic, isn't it? And I have no desire to be pedantic today. I suppose we don't need these stairs here anymore. We can go ahead and just discard those. We can hop up here when the need arises. Now, that's all the iron we've got. And as you can see, yes, with this layer made of diamond and emerald, and this layer made of gold, we certainly have more than enough materials, or to be over halfway. but I will likely eventually replace all of these different layers with the iron because I can't find any benefit to having different materials other than just flexing rights, more or less. And then I think I would just personally prefer to use iron because as long as we're playing, we're generating iron. We're never going to run out of it at this point. We're just going to constantly have more and more with little to do with it. So I'm going to reorganize all of these now, which does mean shutting them down and needing to reactivate them. But that's fine. Actually, we only need to move this one, which is activated, but we just need to move it. All we really need to do is use Silky to reorganize where these are. So we've got red, and then white. It's kind of bluish. I don't know if we could make it wider than that. And then blue. Now, will we leave them like this? Probably not. They'll likely get changed before the end of the day. But I just wanted to see what they're going to look like come July, when we start American Patriotism Month. So you need to be doing speed, you need to be doing haste, and you already are, and you need to be doing, oh geez, I don't know, jump boost because I'm curious about it. Let's see what that's all about. I mean, yeah, I guess. Honestly, a little bit at most. Maybe it's because we're hitting the roof. Hold on, if we jump back here, I mean, yeah, maybe it's better at level 2. Maybe it's better at level 2. We'll see. We'll wait and see. We're not going to give up on it. It might surprise us. Well, that does it there for now. The next thing we need to do is figure out how to build, what are they called? Are they called sensors? First off, can I spell properly? What the heck is that? Skulk sensor. Calibrated skulk sensor. What does this do? Why would you want one of these? What is the purpose? I have no idea what that even is. I've not seen one of those before. All right, well, we'll move on from that. There it is. I couldn't remember what it was called. It's a daylight detector, which is a funny name for anything, really, but it's not that complicated to build, thankfully. I doubt if the type of wood you use matters, which is a shame, because it would be cool if we could make them and they would look different with different wood types, but that's all right. I'm not particularly picky on the subject matter. Now, we need to grab redstone torches, probably some other redstone things, repeaters, comparators, capacitors. I don't think redstone capacitors are a thing. They could be. I mean, all we gotta do is type in redstone, and we'll find out real quick what is and is not a thing. For instance, the lamp. The often underutilized and underappreciated lamp. Why aren't we using these? Should we build one real quick? Just have a little gander at it? Have a quick look at what we're missing out on here with the redstone lamp. What was that recipe? Was it? Oh, it was blocks of redstone, wasn't it? I think it was 1 block of redstone. So, well, I mean, I guess I don't have any redstone blocks. We need to go back to the nether, now that we've got Silk Touch, and actually go try to collect some. But there we go. I guess that's the first time I built one of those. What other uses do they have? A respawn anchor. Still don't know what that does. That's okay. And the game is not going to help me out here, but there we go. No uses for that, I'm assuming. But that's fine. And, of course, you can turn that on with a lever, or a redstone torch, or really any turner-oner device of your choosing. But how are we doing in that little time since we were here last? Look, we've almost got another stack of iron. This thing's fantastic. This is great. This is actually great. So remember, the goal is to be able to open and close all of these. And we learned a valuable lesson last time that apparently a lever will only open one door, even though we have a mod that allows us to open multiple doors. That doesn't work. And that's probably for the best that it doesn't work with redstone signals and things, because that might make this a little difficult. So I'm going to dig right here in the hopes that this guy up above us won't be able to spawn in this tiny hole. I don't think he'll be able to, thankfully. And then in the meantime, we're going to dig all of this out. So if the lever is here, basically, there's some things I need to check first off. One of the things I wanted to check was whether or not placing a redstone torch up here, that's not it, up here, did anything. Because I genuinely just don't know how redstone works. And also, I'm now stuck down here. And if I had any, like, forethought, I would have brought with me... Oh, they're all open right now, so... Hold on. Okay, here's what I did. I went back inside, and I got some scaffolding, because that works as a block. Gosh darn it. That works as a block that also we can climb out of. Instead of constantly experimenting and failing over there, we can kind of see what works over here. So, what we've basically got is, let's see, we need to remember to use Silky here. We've got a ledge like this, And what we're trying to do is we're trying to use blocks through here. So let's go grab some trapdoors to experiment with as well. And yes, I understand I could look this up and try to find a guide, but listen, I'm trying to figure this out for myself. I've never done redstone by myself before, so I want to figure that out. Now, I'm trying to remember, these are on the downward position. So they are like so, and then I'm going to get rid of this piece here because technically this isn't there on that one. So this is 1-to-1 what we got over there, right? Except, wait a sec. Can we not do that right now? I'm in the middle of something. You know what? I think it's going through 2 layers of flooring. I think that's been my problem this whole time. Is that we actually need to be right up against those blocks there, and there's technically 2 blocks. If we dig this block out right here, that's where we want the torch to go. I think that's what we were doing wrong last time, so hold on. Let's see. That should have activated something. It did! Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, where did that guy go? Oh, goodness. All right, just a minute. Let me go deal with this guy in the water, because he's being quite pesky. Now, where has my shield gone? Where did that go? Is it in my inventory? I don't see it. Have I misplaced it? Listen, I'm not even ready for you yet right now, all right? I'd appreciate it if you just didn't. I did get... Oh, look at that. Another one. I was going to say yesterday I got another one. Now I've got 2 more. That's fun. I put it inside, which is maybe also where the shield is, or the shield is right in front of me. I don't think I would have put the shield in the blue one. This is concerning. I've misplaced. It's not relevant. Okay, we can build this better now, because we have a better understanding of what it's like down there. All right. So this is what we've got. Go away. Well, there's no chest in here. Now wait a minute. Now, where is the shield gone? Oh, jeez, it never ends. It's one thing after the other. You just want to do a basic video where you try to figure out redstone, and the next thing you know, you're beset by all the foul beasts in the ocean and the sky. I don't even have a shield to deal with this guy with. Come on, let's see your worst. That's your worst. Your worst sucks. I suppose I could have left it up there with the creepers? Where would I have put my shield? I had it in the last episode, didn't I? Didn't I? No. No, there's nothing up here. There's certainly not a shield. Just creepers. Okay. This seems like such a nonsensical thing to be concerned about. I realize that. I need you to know that I know that, but it's gonna bother me until I figure out what I did with it. Where has the shield gone? Ah! There it is! Inside of the large chests, where I put flowers and things. Yeah, alright. Sure would be nice if I was a professional YouTuber who took this seriously, right? Didn't get distracted by the little things. Ha! You know what channel you're on, fool? I laugh in the face of your conventional wisdom for how a channel should be managed. Come here. Oh, also, yeah, the beach is bigger. I should have mentioned that as well. I'm trying to, you know, fill out the island a little bit. Basically, anywhere you see kind of a shallow water, that's going to be extended out. So this is actually going to go a little bit further, kind of all the way around. And eventually, this island will be built up, and then we can have a little bridge between them. How cool will that be? It will be cool, trust me. Doop. So that turns those on, or I guess rather it closes them. And then if we put down redstone underneath them, does that work? Those are now activated. And then if I have this outside and it detects daylight, will it disable the redstone torches? I don't know. I thought a redstone torch would disable a redstone torch, but it's possible I also just don't know what I'm talking about. Also, this would be, it would actually have a block in the middle. So it'd be a block here and then that. And then we'll see what happens when the sun comes up. Get out of here. Shoo. Okay, so that's how you do it. Alright, no, I figured something out. Don't worry about it. But that's not going to cause those to disable. Okay, so that's activated from the sun, which then activates the redstone wire, which then causes the redstone torch to turn off, which then does nothing to this because these are activated. But if we redesign it slightly, well, that doesn't work to activate the blocks above it. I think we're back where we were, ground was 0, you know what I mean? Like, that works to disable that, but then that doesn't actually cause the doors to open and close. Probably because they're on this block up here, And we have to somehow get the redstone to interact with this. The way we've built the house is incompatible with this mechanism we're trying to, build. What we want is for the daylight to activate this door. Like, we can't make that happen. We might have to, I mean, obviously the redesign idea that we had. Should we just... Do you think that they can punch? Can zombies punch through a wall? Minecraft, can zombies punch through walls? I don't want to have to be babysitting this thing and come back here on certain nights and close that so they can sleep for a second. I gotta figure out an automation. My concern is if we do my idea... Hold on. What about pistons? Like, I don't want the zombie to be able to hit them through that wall, is the only thing I'm worried about. And that's my concern with the design where pistons just push the door closed and then reopen it. Oh, by the way, we now have 2 stacks, so we're doing great. So that works. Alright, I need some repeaters, and I need a comparator. Maybe I need those. I don't know. I'm throwing caution to the wind here. Well, no, I'm not. What we're doing right here is called wild speculation. I've built stuff with redstone in the past. I'll figure this out, don't worry. What you need to have, folks, is a little bit of confidence in me to figure things out once on occasion, sometimes. Righto, so I've got these now. And I know that these can be used to sort of inject power directly into a block, right? Because normally you wouldn't be able to do that. If I just had a run of redstone over here. Except those aren't the blocks that we necessarily want them going into. Oh, somehow that worked. Oh, because I put the torches on the underside. Right. Except we want the exact opposite to happen. During the day, we definitely want them open. And then at night, when the sun goes down, we just want it to barely send like a single pulse that opens them. We need to make sure that first, when the sun goes down, this whole thing does shut off. Okay. So with this exact design, Daylight Detector is getting 13 power because it's daytime. And when it sets, it'll turn these off, which will turn these on, which will open the trapdoors. But I only want them to go off for like a second, just so that the zombies have enough time to sleep. I'm looking that up. So this... How does this thing work? I don't even know what to do with this. Now, I was thinking these could be useful, because I'm pretty sure they can be set to, like, certain levels, but I don't remember how to set them. Like, that's just, let's see, comparator and subtractor. How do you make adjustments on it, though? Yeah. Oh. Oh, they're going off one at a time. Is it... That doesn't... Oh, because it doesn't reach anymore. Oh, right, because it can only go so far. Okay, yeah. So as the sun slowly sets, the power level decreases just a little bit. That's interesting. I guess that's how that works. Yeah, that makes sense. I think a repeater would prevent that from happening, right? So if we replace that with a repeater, yeah, they all stay closed until the whole thing turns off. I'm trying to figure out how to adjust one of these. So there we go. It's now nighttime, power level 2, all the doors are open. It's exactly what we want. Because what we want, to prevent this thing from stopping to work, according to comments I've read on the internet that may happen, is you want this door to periodically... Come on, buddy. Let's not do this. You want it to periodically close. So they can all get some rest. But just for, like... There you go. Just long enough for them to lay down, get some shut-eye, and then get this guy out of the way again. Wake them all back up. Where? This has not happened before. Where did you spawn? No shot, it was right here. Was it up there? This has not happened. This has been working really well up until now. This is the first time a guy has managed to spawn. And I'm very upset about it, in case you can't tell. Stay away. Stay back. It's not worth it. That's much faster than the Trident. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. And we'll just pretend like the machine is working fine. No, I must have already had some redstone in my inventory. And yeah, I see him. Uh-oh. I'm thinking that I don't know how these work. Maybe I don't know how a comparator works. Maybe I have no clue how to actually use this thing. I thought it was adjustable, and I don't know why I thought that at this point. I'm starting to question where I got that idea from. I must be thinking of something. I mean, I know that these are adjustable by just right-clicking them. So I don't know what this thing's deal is. It can be turned on and off. What's the difference between a subtractor and a comparator? I don't know. Leave me alone. I'm struggling. I don't have time for this. Yeah, no, I see it. Trust me, I see it. Are you kidding me? Dude, these things are dropping like crazy now. We've got a ton of them. I mean, there's 2 in this chest. There's another one in the house. I found a YouTube channel called Minecraft Tutorials. It has one video called the Redstone Academy Daylight Sensor Single Pulse. It's from 10 years ago. Is this a stolen video, or did this person upload one banger of a video that's got 24,000 views? Yeah, it's just a banger of a video explaining how to do a single pulse, but in this time using a piston. Which it could be the move. I don't know. We found pistons at one point. Yeah, we found some pistons, I think maybe in the jungle temple. We might be onto something here with this video. Okay. So, the idea is simple, right? You have this, and what you want is a single pulse. And in this case, we've got our daylight detector. And then that should go up, and that should break this. The problem being right now we need it inverted. So we'll have to invert it now. Okay, so that keeps them closed. This is so dumb. But the idea is... Oh, we've provided it with the signal. It doesn't work. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We're supposed to slow this down. So we place that down. Ah! Good heavens! Can I help you? Why? Why in that manner on top of me? What was the purpose of that? What are you selling? That's not a bad price for packed ice, quite honestly, but I'm not in the mood for your nonsense, please. Rah-hurrah to you as well. Don't spit at me, please. So, you break this. It's working, but it's working inversed, right? Look at that up there. And watch what happens, okay? We put that down. Ah! I'm losing my mind. I'm actually starting to go crazy. Found a different design, and it does in fact use the comparator, so I didn't waste my time. Or at least I don't think I did. We'll have to test the design first to see. Lights on. The heck? They're fighting each other now. What is going on up there? They're having some kind of duel. Oh dear. You want me to take care of them for you? Oh gosh. I don't know about this, man. Let's just let them deal with themselves. Hey! It worked! We need it inverted, though. Because, like, watch what we need to have happen. Excuse me. What we need to have happen here is that, when the daylight goes off, they pulse closed, but they also need to stay closed longer than that. Maybe this is always dumb. Where the heck are you going? How did you do that? Where did you spawn? I don't understand why that keeps happening. I worked very hard to prevent that exact thing from happening. How could that have even happened? There's literally nowhere else for them to spawn at up here. Come here, you. Get out of the water. I thought this thing had been working flawlessly. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a bunch of these guys down there in the water. We know that it will spawn more than one at a time, because we've seen more than one wandering around in the past. Oh, no. I guess one of them didn't make it. Yeah, it had to happen. So if I invert this, right? Like so. That'll keep them closed. Until a single pulse. The problem is, I don't know if one pulse is that long enough? Should we add, like, an additional delay? Can we do that? If I add one of these, will that delay the signal enough? Watch, right? I don't know if that's... Is that really enough time for them to get in bed and have a nap? How long does it take for them to get in bed? Oh, that was pretty instantaneous. Oh, yeah, I had to add this here, because one of them kept getting stuck in the door. Are there two of them in that bed? It looks like it. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, one of them kept getting wedged in the corner here, and I needed to add that so that they wouldn't do that. So that looked like it was pretty instant. So maybe this is enough. All right, everyone, take note of this design. Yeah, like we're gonna, like any of us are gonna remember that. We're moving it underground now. Oh, gee, I should probably just go to sleep. This is only going to get more difficult as the nights progress. See, they're dying up there the way they're supposed to right now. I don't know what, I don't know. Okay, and then below that, we have our redstone. No, we don't. Hold on, no, that's not right. We gotta have this back here. And then, how did we have this? This block. Right. So I'm doing an invert down here, but they need to be going into the back of this block. But I'm pretty sure that's the floor above me here. So I didn't think this through at all. Darn it. I think we're gonna have to double these up. So that should have the doors open. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is great. This is exactly what I want under the house. Fantastic. I mean, look, while we're here, we might as well do this, but I'm not happy about it. So the repeaters will go into these blocks. Okay, yeah. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is the outside here. So we can just have our sensor right there. Oh, geez. And then the sensor needs to go directly into a comparator, but can the comparator be beneath it? Kind of feels like no. Kind of feels like the comparator needs to be right... They really will just spawn on anything. Like, one block space. A one block space. I mean, if I have to have this thing exposed, I don't want to, but I will. But I don't want to. So then that goes into this thing. And into that. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, hold on. Wait. Hold on. All we gotta do is have that. And then that goes into there, and then to there, and then into this. That works, yeah. And then that goes directly into this. With that on top, should be able to plug... Oh no, that's going to disable that, isn't it? We can do some kind of a cap there. Maybe we'll put some, like, decorative blocks all the way around the outside of this thing to kind of hide what's happening. I don't care right now. For now, let's get back down here, where we've got all of that is basically set up the same. The only problem here is that now we've got to get this here. But now you see my problem here is with that. So we got to shrink this thing down more. We got to compact it some more, or just like, okay. And then from there, we go out to where did it go? You're the wrong thing. You're the wrong gosh darn thing. I'm losing my mind. There we go. Okay, that into there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And now when the sun sets, what should happen is we get one pulse. Now allow me to demonstrate, right? No power. Power. Oh, but it needs to be inverted. Because we actually need it to happen when it turns off. So basically it never gets power until such a time as this. Yes, that's right. That's why we had that inverted. Okay. This can go. This no longer needs to be here. It's a relic from a bygone age. But wait a minute. If I do that, then the doors stay closed all the time. That doesn't invert when the pulse happens. So what I need is for this to never output power. I need this thing to invert when it sends power? Possibly is what I need? What if I just put a redstone torch there? Okay, right? And then, so all that's open. Yes! So, okay! I think we're there. I think we've done it. I think we've done it, folks. I think we've done it. Okay. You got your solar daylight detector here, okay? And then underneath there, the redstone goes into this block, and then this block has a torch on the other end, which means that the redstone turns the torch off. When it gets dark, this turns off, okay, which turns on the torch, which activates all of this, which for a split second, activates this, breaking the circuit, but then that power flows through here, flows through all of these. I don't know if turning them down makes a difference on how long that door stays closed. But these turn on, so these turn off, so those turn on. So the door's shut for a second. And only for a moment, right? Just like that. And it doesn't look like having delays on them matters at all. Because why would it? Okay, good. Excellent. Let's close all of this in so that one of those guys doesn't spawn here. And unfortunately, I still can't put a block there. So we'll need to figure out something else. I'm thinking slabs at some point might be nice. But temporarily, you know, it gets the job done. It's that. That gets the job done. That's alright. It's a bit of alright. That's awful. That is actually horrible. I take it back. That's not a bit of alright. That's just awful all around. Okay. You know, it's not much better. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I really need one right there, if I'm honest with you. I'm hating everything we've done here. I can't wait to see whether or not this works. Here comes the sun setting. I guess we just need to watch the power level. It's at 6 now. Should we have put all this on the other side, on the business end of all this, where there's already a giant wart on top of the building? Yeah, probably. Probably should have, yeah. Yeah, no doubt about that. Yay! But they didn't... Oh, a couple of them went to sleep. A couple of them went to sleep. You know what? It was a great success, everyone! We did it! We did it! I'm gonna say we did it! Great success all around! A couple of them went to bed. Couple of them went to bed! You know? Sometimes in life, you take what you could get. Well, you take what you could get. They're catching themselves on fire right now. One of them just burned to death. Profound. Just profound. Yeah, there's already this massive wart on the side of the building. Perhaps we should have just gone ahead and built all of this over there. I'll figure out a way to make it look good. I did not mean to fall in this water. That was an absolute mistake and a travesty. That could have gone very poorly if I didn't have the lightning-fast reflexes of, gosh darn Puma. I don't know why I went with Puma as opposed to literally any other cat. Not even particularly fond of Pumas. I think if you put a bunch of wildcats in a lineup, I don't even know if I'd be able to tell you which one was a puma. Man, nothing you do makes this look good. No matter what you do, it's just a mess with that hole down there. That'll do for right now. That'll do for right now. We'll figure out the rest of it later. What do you... Oh, jeez. It never ends out here, man. It never ends. What have you got one for me, too? Come on, buddy. Sadly, no. I'm gonna go ahead and say we did it, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and say great success all around. Everything's working flawlessly and perfectly with zero issue. I don't know why a couple of them didn't spawn where they're supposed to. And to be blunt, don't care. That's not true. I do care. I would rather them spawn where they're supposed to. But you know what? It's one of those things where it's like, not a problem for right now. We played with Redstone, and we came out on top. Kind of. We've only got a few seconds before sunrise, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. Rather not deal with any more phantoms if it can be avoided. Let's see where our current iron count lies. I like that this guy's just hanging out here. Zero questions about what's happening in this room, or with any of these beings or these entities. Not even gonna question it, just accepting it. We'll leave all the poppies out here for now. I don't know what to do with them all. There's an awful lot of poppies. So that's another 45 iron blocks. Not too shabby. And if we go ahead and get ourselves some glass, we can also make a actual white stained glass, which I think will look different. White stained glass. And then, of course, we want to make panes. I am so glad we decided to build the elevator. I can't believe we put it off as long as we did. The elevator has been fantastic for saving me a lot of time going up and down, especially because when you consider the location of different things throughout our base, like the zombie spawner, from where I normally stand inside the house to where the zombie spawner is, or from where I normally stand inside the house to the massive pyramid we've got down here. It's not that big a difference. It's a very short walk. It's just the up and down part. And when you're going up and down, 45 degrees downstairs, it takes forever. But here we go. Yeah, it is unchanged. So I take it back. Wasted time. Okay, you know what? Boom! We've built an additional layer. We've not completed the thing, but oh my goodness, we are close. And if we wanted to, we could go get literally any other material and just complete the last, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 remaining slots if we wanted to. Now that does mean we've unlocked strength, okay, which is exciting. But here, where we unlock things like haste 2, speed 2, I guess jump boost 2, resistance 2, that is where the fun truly begins. We're not quite there yet. And we're also not going to go ahead and tick off, you know, on the board, the progress board. We're not going to say we've completed the beacon until we've completed the beacon, which means the full pyramid and 3 beacons. Yeah, I've made that decision. We got to have them all, which means I've got to go back to the Nether, a place where I have nothing but sorrow and misery. And, goodness me, just keep getting more skulls. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Goodbye!